Hey y'all, just a quick update. I went and seen my OBGYN at OBGYN in Greenville, South Carolina. I absolutely love Dr. LaBelle and the ladies in the office. Previously, I was seeing Dr. Smith with Highland Center for Me, but since I changed insurance, I just switched doctors, which is not a big deal because I've seen her before when she was actually in a practice with Dr. Smith. Anyways, I went and told her that we had been trying for technically only 4 cycles. I've been doing basal body temperature checks in the morning, doing the ovulation testing strips. We went all over that. I also brought in like my huge envelope that had actual pictures and documents from where my tubes tied and reversed. So I scanned all that in. The ladies in the office are absolutely fabulous. So she put me on metformin and progesterone. So I've already started the metformin, but I won't start progesterone until cycle day 18. I think I'm only at like cycle day 7, something like that. So anyway, so I've started that. I did ask her about the red clover and the raspberry leaf tea, that kind of stuff. Like I took all my medications with me, or like a list of them, just to make sure that, hey, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. She did ask me about a semen analysis, and we did that. We actually did a home test we got really good results on, and I can link that in case you guys are curious about what kind of test you can do at home without having to go into the lab, blah, blah, blah. And it actually came with its own little microscope. That was kind of weird, but kind of really cool if you're into that scientific stuff. And then, we talked about, so I'm like, okay, well, the doctor that did my reversal and several other doctors recommend having an HSG done within so many months. So she said, well, we don't do HSG here. We do something a little different. We use, instead of using radiation and dye, we use saline and ultrasound. So it's a procedure called FemView, FEMVUE. In case any of you get curious about that. It sounds a lot safer, but you can still see what you need to see to make sure the tubes are all good and all that kind of stuff. So I go for consultation on that December 6th, and then we are scheduled for December 27th because they do the procedure within like so many cycle days. I forgot exactly the number. I don't even remember what it is. But anyway, so I'm scheduled for that on December the 27th, I believe. So and I'll try to document that. One thing I did forget to mention in the last appointment, and I'll have to mention that, was that I am sharing this with you guys so that you get a first-hand view of what this is like to have a tubal reversal, what all entails, statistics, if I can give you those, like real-life experience, because I see stuff on YouTube that isn't giving me all the information I want. Or through Google, it's all scientific, this, and this, and that's good. But I want a raw, real life experience. I want to see what this is really like your feelings, how do you feel, things like that. I'm not going to lie, each time that I've gotten my period, these last 4 cycles, I'm kind of been a little bummed, and I just have to take a step back and thank God for the things I have in my life already, and pray that, we'll get it next time, that God has His timing is perfect. It may not be when we want it, but it's when we need it and when He sees fit that you will have it. So I keep that in mind. I do get a little emotional when either my period comes, or like last time, I didn't get emotional on on film when I filmed that pregnancy test, but afterwards I was just kind of like, really? Like, when is it going to be my turn? And that's just me being selfish and impatient. But anyway, so I will try to video what I can of the procedure. Give you more information on that specific procedure. She said they give me, and they're going to tell me more about it later on December 6th. They do give you something to kind of numb the cervix so that you don't feel it, which is fabulous, because everything I read about HSG was like, ooh, that sounds a little painful. But this, she said they I can have a little something to help me relax and things like that. Now, I'll have to check to see, because I should have another period before then. If I do not have a period before then of course I'll have to test for pregnancy just to make sure, because they don't want to do the procedure when you're going to be either pregnant, of course, but then around the time of ovulation, because once they push the saline in, that could, throw the egg off, and you don't want to do that. You want to have a baby. You want the egg to mature, and yeah. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Hopefully, I'm praying that come Christmas that we will get our big fat positive and that be on that journey, and then I'll share that journey with you. But as of now, it's just waiting, seeing, testing, all this fun stuff. But it'll happen when God says it will happen, I guess. So, but in the meantime, I'll keep everybody updated. If you have any questions about the procedure, I'll try to answer those after December 6th when I have more information. I'm still looking it up for myself. And of course, I had 100 questions when she mentioned it at the appointment the other day. So I hope this helps some of you ladies. I do not regret my decision to have them reversed whatsoever. I feel better than I have in a really long time, mentally, emotionally. Like, I don't have to take my anti-anxiety medicine anymore. And that I'm happy for that. My moods are more regulated. So even if you do it just to, feel better about yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. And there was nothing wrong with me going to Mexico to have this procedure done, because the doctor was fabulous and has kept in touch with me since June 1st. And we're in mid-November. So, just saying, do your research, ladies. And if you got any questions, I'll try to answer them. Oh, and ladies, if you're trying to conceive or whatnot, the Pre-Mama app is a fabulous app to track your ovulation, basal body temperature, all that stuff, like cervical mucus, like everything. Whatever you can track it. And it's actually an app that my doctor actually said she tells a lot of her patients to use. For you guys who don't really understand basal body temperature, it doesn't tell you that, hey, you ovulated today. It tells you your temperature rises after you've ovulated. So it lets you know, hey, you did ovulate. So I'm using that along with the testing strips, along with putting every other thing on the app, keeping track of all of that in one app makes it easier for you to know when you're going to ovulate, if you ovulated, things like that. With basal body temperature, if your temperature does not rise, like when you're supposed to ovulate or right after, then you either didn't ovulate or something's up. But you got to do the basal body temperature the correct way. You do it first thing in the morning, before, literally as soon as you open your eyes, you check your temperature. Don't drink no water. Don't really talk. Like, do it as soon as you open your eyes. And I actually just ordered the Pre-Mom. I paid like $40 for it, but it's a Pre-Mom basal body temperature thermometer that is actually Bluetooth, so connects to my app. So as soon as I do it, it automatically connects to my app, puts the data in for me, and I'm good to go. So keep track of your cycles, ladies.